standing constitutes a quorum. Today's meeting has to do with Massachusetts Cannabis Reform Coalition and whether it will form and what position it may form related to the initiative that has been gathered the requisite number of 66,000 plus signatures and should be appearing on Massachusetts ballots in 2008.
The Congress had a hearing date, and then there was some more mumbling and grumbling between the clerk and the judge. And then they turned around and said, okay, and we got February 4th for the trial conference, which is the initial stage of discovery as to the Commonwealth's case. And we have to tell the Commonwealth a little bit about it, which gets me to why I met Dennis Melican with hero status, because back in 1977, a gentleman by the name of Mark Hu and Dennis and 32 other citizens of the Commonwealth, along with attorney Matt Feinberg, who then was, I believe, with the Massachusetts Civil Liberties Union, and that has been confirmed, brought suit alleging that the statute was unconstitutional. And we might be arguing that because Matt Feinberg is on this case as well. We may be arguing jury nullification. We expect if the district attorney gets wind of what we're doing, that they're probably not going to wish to proceed with the prosecution. But if we can find somebody with some intellectual curiosity and get the judge with some intellectual curiosity, we may be attempting to restore a little bit more liberty to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Vicki Taylor, and I'm currently the campaign manager for the Committee for Sensible Marijuana Policy, and I'm also a member of Cann. And I want to put it out, the first thing I'm going to be asking my fellow members of Cann is to support the initiative, and to support the initiative as a team member and have all of the media run through the campaign. We have the opportunity with this initiative to pass the most progressive decrim initiative in the country. This is really the best time to do this. We have kind of this convergence of a lot of work, of a lot of people. We have polling numbers that have come in. The polling that was done by the Marijuana Policy Project showed 61% of the voters in Massachusetts support this. I think all of us here know, with all of the work that many of you did in the non-binding public policy questions that happened from between 2000 and 2006, there were 30 of them. With an average win, they all passed, every single one of them, an average win of 61% of the vote. So we have that momentum movement. I think there's going to be a big, huge pushback, blowback in this coming up election. So we have all this convergence going on, and now is a really good time to take this opportunity.
What do you perceive as the costs and benefits of including the phrase of including possession as having cannabinoid metabolites in the body?
As I said before when I was speaking, the reason that word metabolite was used was because it was a drafting and political decision. If you took out that phrase, the summary would have been longer and more extensive.
Shorter.
Not according to our expert, Tom Kyle.
The language of 1121 was vetted in 1998 and approved by the Attorney General's office. So there was no reason why you could not have had a much clearer summary without words like tetrahydrocannabinol. And I will get to why you have tetrahydrocannabinol at a later time. So please explain why, how, by adding language to your law, you have made the summary shorter. Explain the thought process provided by
Steve,
Mr.
as you know,
Kyle.
you were invited to speak to Tom, and you have spoken to Tom on several occasions.
I was, and that's why.
No
Order,
dialogue back and
please.
forth.
Order.
Well, he's
That's all right, just answer his
the
question.
question
Karen,
is the
please.
drafting attorney told us that this was going to give us a summary that we wanted. He is the expert in it.
There's one question that I have that, from the group, I can't understand why. If you're representing Massachusetts, Commonwealth, and you're located here, how come there hasn't been a hand-in-hand effort to bring this forward? In other words, how much involvement has Cann have in this initiative?
I can speak to that because I was a member of Cann when Rob Campion spoke to me at the NORML conference
I guess
2 years ago.
I guess I'm rephrasing the question that's down here that's really interesting, and that is, why was input from Cann on NORML's leadership not sought? Question.
Before August 1st.
Okay, before August 1st.
Before August 1st,
2007.
2007. Well, I think Keith did just say that Rob Campia did have a conversation with him 2 years ago on this
Now,
process.
see what I'm lacking is, you're saying this is a political process, and I'm getting this political bullshit from you.
Excuse me?
I'm getting political bull. I'm asking you to be, you say you're a member of Cann.
I just became a member of Cann.
Just became, but you know of its existence for how long? Don't answer the question. You know we've been here. But what I'm getting to is, if you're a resident here and you're pushing this, why is there such animosity between?
I'm not quite sure,
Answer
sir.
that question.
I'm the one that seems to be being attacked.
All right.
Just asking the question. Yes or no?
May I ask this one?
I'm going to read it out.
Why was the text of the proposed law actually kept secret from Cann/NORML's leadership before August 1st, 2007?
The word secret, we were in the process of in-house drafting.
That was
Okay.
Okay. You know, when you have too many cooks in a stew, there's in-house drafting going on.
Okay.
There was drafting that happened, and then it went to town pilot, and it was his in-house drafting.
Is that going to hurt what Cann's been doing for years, what NORML's been doing for years?
Mike.
I think it will if we lose. I mean, if it loses.
All right.
But I think it will hurt even more if we come out and say we think this initiative's great, and all of a sudden the media hits them with all these other things.
Speech in California, the first great success with the initiative, that there were some 30 separate organizations running 30 separate media campaigns, and that yes, some people didn't like the fact that Dennis Perron's advertisement showed people smoking pot and having a good time, but that it won. And it was without prior restraint. It was with a loose coalition as opposed to a top-down, Republican-styled campaign. Because the Republicans have fooled this country long enough, and I believe I speak for at least a plurality in this room, that there is only one Republican who comes close to speaking.
And he's running the kind of campaign you're talking about. And he's letting them do it themselves too.
And he is not trying to control.
They bought their own blimp.
Top down. We have to control the message and ride it like a cowboy on a bull. No. Different groups. He's not even the one who's going to be responsible for the blimp showing up. Another group is going to be responsible for this blimp flying over Boston and over New Hampshire, say with his name, contact information.
Google.
That's a grassroots campaign. Everybody's speaking how they feel, anytime they feel.
Hey,
The fact that we considerations here is a great thing, so let's not attack. Let's work together and make it happen. And yeah, we have issues that you should have been talked to and so forth and take up. I agree. Cann should have a position, just like the AFL said. And I agree to that. We should have a position on that. And it's not so much with fault lies or whatever. We're up against them, and we need to join and make it happen. So, I've been involved in Cann for a long time, in and out of membership one way or the other. And they've supported me in many different ways, and I just want to say that I'd like to see us work together. And make something happen. I want full legalization. I always have, and I still do.
I have one